Roman Reigns leaving WWE after WrestleMania 40. Roman Reigns' plans on Smackdown this week. Judgment Day member makes bold claim on who the group's leader is. Rhea Ripley saves WWE star from breaking her neck on Raw this week. Female WWE star sends a message to AJ Lee after hanging out with CM Punk. Randy Orton turns his back on Cody Rhodes to take on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. Let's jump right into it. Roman Reigns' plans on Smackdown this week. Roman Reigns is the top dog of WWE. He has been the Universal Champion for nearly 3.5 years and captured the other world title available to him in 2022. He currently holds both to this very day. While many stars of Raw, Smackdown, and NXT appear on television every week, the Tribal Chief has a much more limited schedule. He generally only competes at the biggest premium live events of the year and appears on occasional episodes of Smackdown. The head of the table will return to the blue brand this Friday. This will be his first Smackdown appearance following Crown Jewel 2023. He defeated LA Knight to retain his coveted title at the big show in Saudi Arabia. Naturally, Roman returning means things are bound to get interesting. A lot has changed in the weeks following his last appearance. He has new and old foes alike looking to take his spot. This piece will examine some of what Roman may discuss and do come Friday Night Smackdown number 4. He may address Randy Orton targeting the Bloodline. As noted, much has changed since Roman Reigns last appeared on WWE television. One of the biggest changes came at Survivor Series War Games when Randy Orton made his epic return as part of the babyface team in the men's War Games match. Since then, Orton has signed with WWE SmackDown and made it clear his goal is to get revenge on the Bloodline. The group was responsible for Randy's injury last year, and he plans to take out every member individually. This includes the Tribal Chief. When Roman Reigns returns to SmackDown, he will likely address the Viper. This could mean challenging Orton to a fight or simply laughing off the veteran. Roman may not take him seriously following his serious back injury, writing off the legendary star. Number 3. Roman Reigns could yell at WWE SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis. Another thing that has changed in Roman Reigns' absence is the rise of Nick Aldis. Triple H announced Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown would have a general manager. WB Raw's is Adam Pearce, while Aldis leaves the blue brand. Nick Aldis appears to be a forward-thinking WB official who leads his way and doesn't take gruff from others. This includes Paul Heyman, as he recently told the legendary manager that he had no problem sacrificing the entire Bloodline to sign Randy Orton to a deal. This will not sit well with Roman Reigns. The Tribal Chief has manipulated World Wrestling Entertainment officials and staff for years. He will likely try to put fear into Aldis, perhaps by yelling at him or tearing Nick down in front of the audience. Number 2. He could address CM Punk. Survivor Series War Games didn't just feature one return. It didn't just feature 2 WB comebacks. 3 superstars made their celebrated return to Chicago. The aforementioned Randy Orton competed, R-Truth appeared, and most shockingly, CM Punk returned to World Wrestling Entertainment. Punk hasn't exactly minced his words since returning either. He has made his intentions clear. He wants to main event WrestleMania. The voice of the voiceless also acknowledged Roman Reigns but noted that he was a Paul Heyman guy initially. The Tribal Chief could finally react to CM Punk's return to WWE. May wonder how he feels about it, even Punk's past behavior. Will Roman be supportive? Will he verbally attack the best in the world? How he may act remains to be seen, which is why the possibility of it happening is so intriguing. Number 1. Roman may kick Jimmy Uso out of the Bloodline. The final entry on this list is about a loose end yet to be officially wrapped up. Roman Reigns' frequent breaks means some stories can go on a bit longer than fans expect, and one is Jimmy Uso's status with the top WWE faction. Jimmy Uso and his twin brother Jey Uso left the Bloodline earlier this year. After that, Jimmy cost Jey an undisputed WWE Universal Championship match against the Tribal Chief. While he didn't do it for Roman, he has found himself back in the good graces of the group to some extent. Still, Roman never officially let him back in. Come Friday Night Smackdown, Reigns could address Jimmy's status in the group. This could mean making him a full-time member again or kicking Uso out of the stable. With Roman, it is hard to know what he may do. The Judgment Day member makes bold claim on who the group's leader is. Things aren't looking great for the Judgment Day, with Rhea Ripley seemingly not on the same page with multiple members. Mammy even took exception to Damian Priest calling himself the leader of the group on Raw. The two have had an argument in their locker room, which may not bode well for the faction's future. Despite the tension, one member is particularly adamant that things are fine. J.G. McDonough tweeted that families argue sometime. The Irish Star then stated that the leader of the Judgment Day was all of them. Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest may take exception to that statement. People read into stuff like this way too much. Families argue sometime. We're all the leader, tweeted J.D. McDonough. J.G. McDonough has solidified his place in the Judgment Day, even though the group's newest member wanted him removed. R-Truth tried to throw the former Cruiserweight champion out of the group on Raw before getting attacked by all of them. While Mommy continues to dominate the Raw women's division, her world might be crumbling all around her. Rhea Ripley wasn't around when Dominic Mysterio lost his NXT North American Championship to Dragon Lee, while Finn Balor and Damian Priest have a big match coming up. The undisputed WWE Tag Team team champions will defend their titles against the Creed brothers on Raw next week. The challengers could win big, as it seems like a big push is in store. Julius and Brutus Creed were involved in the ending of this Monday's show, rushing to save Cody Rhodes after Shinsuke Nakamura misted him. So if the Judgment Day does drop the titles to them next week, Priest and Balor's future in the group may be in doubt. Perhaps Ripley might even cost Singer Money in the Bank his eventual cash-in. Who is the real leader? Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, or all of them? Rhea Ripley saves WWE star from breaking her neck on Raw this week. Rhea Ripley is known for being dominant in the ring, demolishing all she encounters. However, she's also very experienced, and on this week's episode of WWE Raw, that's what showed. She saved a star from what could have been a horrible botched landing that might have even led to a broken neck. Ripley was facing off against Maxine Dupre in what most assumed would be a squash match. The Judgment Day member had something to prove to Damian Priest after the latter said he was the leader of the group. She won, but not before a few botchy moments in the match. Rhea Ripley lifted Maxine Dupre in what appeared to be a spot where the latter would hit Mommy with the Hurricane Rana. Unfortunately, Maxine didn't seem to get up entirely on her shoulders and slipped down. At that moment, it appeared that she might land on her neck, something that has led to multiple stars suffering horrifying injuries in the past. Thankfully, Rhea caught and adjusted the star. The moment led to a rather botched Hurricane Rana, which saw Ripley looking upset, but at the same time, Maxine had not landed on her neck. Maxine is still new to the ring. This was only her second singles match. Training with Alpha Academy, she's been getting somewhat of a push in recent months. It will be interesting to see if WWE further delays her next singles match because of what almost happened on Raw this week. Meanwhile, Rhea Ripley appears to be set for a feud with Ivy Nile, going by the look the two shared after Maxine's match. Did you notice the botch on Raw? Female WWE star sends a message to AJ Lee after hanging out with CM Punk. A top female star to send a message to AJ Lee after clicking a picture with CM Punk. Cora Jade shared an update on her social media recently. Cora and Roxanne Perez have nothing but respect and admiration for Punk and former WWE superstar AJ Lee. The Young Guns have praised the couple on several occasions in the past. CM Punk recently clicked a picture with Roxanne and Jade. The latter shared the picture on her official Twitter handle and sent a heartfelt message to AJ Lee in the caption: "Wrestling dad and annoying sister that I can't stand. Miss you, mother," at the AJ Mendez. AJ Lee's last WWE match took place way back in 2015, over a year after Punk's exit from the promotion. She hasn't stepped foot in the ring since then, but her fans are still holding out hope that she could return somewhere down the line. Last year, AJ Lee had a chat with Mede Unkage and opened up about a possible in-ring return. But all of the bugs of wrestling and all those things, there are definitely many people in my ear trying to get me to do things, and we're going to take it slow. We're going to start with Wogo, we're going to start with commentating and producing, and just one step at a time. These comment hinted that she does have at least a little interest in making an in-ring return. In his return promo on Raw, Punk shared an update on Lee and stated that she was doing well. Only time will tell if Lee follows Punk back to WWE in the future. What do you think? Will Lee ever return to WWE? Randy Orton turns his back on Cody Rhodes to take on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. CM Punk and Randy Orton, both returning superstars, have called out Roman Reigns. In fact, the Viper signed with Smackdown only because Nick Aldis promised him revenge on the Bloodline. Unfortunately, it's not just him who wants to take down Roman Reigns. Since WWE isn't the same as Roman Reigns left it, the tribal chief will return to the locker room, where superstars from both brands want a piece of him. As per reports, Cody Rhodes is supposed to dethrone the tribal chief at WrestleMania 40. He's looking to finish his story, and pinning Reigns is the way to go. Considering Rhodes and Orton have the same motive, instead of teaming up, it might result in a clash between them. Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes are second-generation wrestlers who worked together in the Legacy, beginning a friendship 15 years ago. The American Nightmare announced the Legend Killer's return on WWE Raw before Survivor Series 2023. However, their strong ambitions can result in a clash of the Titans, the title match turning into a triple threat at WrestleMania 40. To make this match into a triple threat, Rhodes may need to be traded to SmackDown. Otherwise, the chances of him winning the title become bleak, since WWE possibly wouldn't have both world championships drafted to Raw. The Legend Killer might have shown his true colors to SmackDown general manager when he signed with the brand. Right after Nick Aldis celebrated with Randy Orton, he received an RKO out of nowhere. During the next episode, Orton handed Aldis a check for double the fine amount, claiming it was for the next RKO. On Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw, former WWE head writer Vince Russo noted that it wasn't a realistic segment. This week, Randy Orton walks in Aldis' office and hands him a check for the fine. Nick Aldis is a big freaking guy, bro. Everybody knows he used to be a wrestler. Okay, bro, he's a man's man. When Orton walks into your office coming off of that, you're gonna have a problem with him, bro. You're not gonna just collect his check. The Apex Predator recently worked with LA Knight to take down the Bloodline on WWE SmackDown. Roman Reigns leaving WWE after WrestleMania 40. Roman Reigns is one of the biggest stars in WWE's history, and his achievements while holding the WWE Universal Championship won't be forgotten anytime soon. However, there's a chance that after WrestleMania 40, he may leave the company and not return for a very long time. The star in question is Braun Strowman. Although Reigns' run has come under criticism due to the star being as absent as he has been, holding the title for as long as he has without injury issues is also impressive. Heading into WrestleMania 40 at this point, it looks like CM Punk and Seth Rollins will be feuding for the World Heavyweight title, while Roman Reigns has to face Cody Rhodes when the latter tries to finish his story. There is, though, one other star who might choose to return in the middle of all this. Braun Strowman has not had the best time in WWE over the last 3 years. He was released suddenly a few years back after a questionable feud with Bray Wyatt. Both stars would eventually return, but Strowman never got a big push after that, working as a tag team star following an apparently directionless singles run. He was then ruled out with a serious injury and has not competed for a while as a result. Now he's preparing to return to the ring once again. Given his previous character, though, there is one thing that he could do. Long before, Strowman was known for being an unstoppable star, who was single-minded in his determination to be the one that took out Roman Reigns. This was when Reigns was a face and Strowman got over by attacking him at random times and completely destroying him. Those feuds never had a proper conclusion. Returning now, if he manages to interfere in the WrestleMania main event and cost Roman Reigns the title before saying that he was not done with Reigns, it might be for everyone's best. Not only would it end Reigns' title reign, but also he would be the perfect star to neutralize the rest of the Bloodline, giving Cody Rhodes what he needed to win the title. In the meantime, if Braun Strowman does return and cost Reigns at WrestleMania 40, there's a huge chance that Reigns will choose to take some time off. Losing the title would mean that he would have more free time on his hands. He might even be absent for as long as SummerSlam, while Strowman continues a feud with the rest of the Bloodline, perhaps even giving Solo Sikoa his first big singles push. Roman Reigns is returning to the roster this week on WWE Smackdown after quite some time away from the ring. In his absence, a lot has been happening, but Bloodline no longer seems quite as formidable as it used to be. It will be interesting to see if Reigns is confronted by WWE Smackdown's newest signing immediately, with Randy Orton choosing the blue brand mainly so that he could take his revenge on the Bloodline.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for